Imagine this. A coin you've probably handled dozens of times in your life. A simple 1990 Washington quarter. Just 25 cents. But what if I told you one of these sold for nearly $1 million? Yes, a coin you might have used to pay for coffee could actually fund your retirement. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through why this rare 1990 quarter is making headlines in the coin world. And more importantly, how you can check if you have one sitting in your old change jar right now. This is not just about coins. This is about a chance at financial freedom. About unlocking hidden wealth that's been right under your nose. And if you think rare coins are only for collectors, think again. People like you, ordinary people, have cashed in coins for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today could be your turn. Let's go back to the year 1990. George H.W. Bush was president. Gas was just over $1 a gallon. And millions of Washington quarters were rolling off the presses at the Denver Mint. Most were perfectly ordinary. But a few were extraordinary. Some 1990 quarters with the D mint mark carry microscopic flaws, misstrikes, and double dies. These rare minting errors transformed them into hidden treasures. Here's where it gets interesting. One known 1990 quarter. Discovered in pristine condition with a rare die clash and full strike. Sold at auction for an eye-popping $990,000. That's nearly $1 million for a coin worth just 25 cents on the surface. And it's not just a one-off story. Other 1990 quarters in near-perfect condition with unique error patterns or exceptional grading are being snapped up by collectors and investors who know exactly what to look for. Now, you may be asking, what makes these quarters so valuable? What should you look for? Let's break it down. First, the mint mark. You're looking for the small d just right of Washington's ponytail on the obverse side. Second, condition. Coins graded MS 67 or higher fetch the biggest bucks. That means they're nearly flawless even under magnification. Third, rare error types. Look for double dies, missing clad layers, off-center strikes, or reeded edge misprints. Sound overwhelming? It's not. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to know where to look. Quick story. A man in Ohio was clearing out his late father's coin jars. Just old quarters, pennies, dimes. Nothing special. Until he noticed something odd. One quarter looked brand new. He almost tossed it into a Coinstar machine. But something told him to check. That quarter? A 1990 D in near mint state. It sold for over six figures. What's in your jar right now? Let me be clear. Not every 1990 quarter is worth a fortune. But the few that are, they can change your life. So what should you do next? First, grab a magnifying glass and check your change. Look at that D mint mark. Examine both sides for any unusual features. If it looks flawless or strange in any way, do not spend it. Get it evaluated by a certified coin grading service. Second, don't wait. Time is not on your side. The longer you hold onto these coins without knowing their value, the greater the chance of losing out. Collectors are constantly searching. Market values shift fast. And right now, the buzz around the 1990 quarter is only growing. Third, subscribe to this channel. Because we break down coin values, rare finds, and money-making strategies you won't hear anywhere else. If you want to live a wealthy lifestyle by simply recognizing hidden value in what others overlook, then this is the place for you. Coins like the 1990 quarter are more than money. They're opportunities disguised as pocket change. So ask yourself this. What if the next coin you find is the one that changes everything? Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a rare coin alert. Like this video if you're ready to search your stash. And share it with a friend who could be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. Because sometimes, the path to wealth isn't in Wall Street. It's in your wallet. Stay curious. Stay inspired. And remember, the next big discovery could be in your hands. Imagine finding a small forgotten coin in your kitchen drawer that's worth almost $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But what if I told you that a 1991 Washington quarter with a tiny P mint mark could actually be worth up to $991,000 today? Yes, you heard that right. One coin, one quarter, close to $1 million. Now here's the real question. Do you have one of these rare coins sitting quietly in your loose change, your glove box, or tucked away in an old coin jar? What if your everyday pocket change holds the key to a completely different lifestyle? One filled with freedom, luxury, and peace of mind. Most people overlook these coins. They toss them aside, unaware of the treasure they're holding. But you're here, and that means you're not like most people. Stick with me because in the next few minutes we're going to uncover how an ordinary 1991 quarter could be your ticket to extraordinary wealth. Let's start with the basics. The 1991 Washington quarter was minted in large numbers. Over 570 million of them were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the small P mint mark on the front of the coin. Now here's where it gets interesting. While most of these quarters are only worth face value, a few rare versions, due to unique mint errors, die varieties, and exceptionally high grading, have sold for staggering amounts. We're talking nearly $1 million for a single coin.
No exageras, Chen. Why?
Because collectors go crazy for the unusual. Quarters with double die errors, coins with off-center strikes, quarters struck on the wrong planchet, or coins that have retained their original luster after decades. These rare features transform an everyday quarter into a once-in-a-lifetime collector's item. And here's something you didn't expect. Some of these high-value 1991 quarters were found in regular circulation. Grocery store change, parking meters, even under couch cushions. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you actually looked at the change in your hand? Or are you one of those people who just throws quarters into a cup and forgets they exist until it's time for laundry? What if that cup is actually a gold mine in disguise? Let's break down exactly what you should be looking for. First, flip the coin and look for the P mint mark just to the right of Washington's ponytail. That confirms it was minted in Philadelphia. Now examine the coin's condition. If it has sharp, crisp details, little to no wear, and appears almost flawless, you might be holding a mint state coin. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are worth serious money. And if the coin has a recognized error, like a double strike, a clipped planchet, or a missing layer, it could multiply the value exponentially. Collectors and dealers are constantly on the lookout for high-grade examples. One pristine 1991 P quarter with a remarkable mint error recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping valuation of over $900,000 that still think it's just a regular quarter. Here's another thing most people don't realize. The coin market is hotter than ever. Prices are rising. Demand is surging. Rare coins are being bought up fast, and the window to cash in is narrowing. This is not just a trend. It's a movement. But here's the twist. Not all valuable quarters look the way you expect. Some of the most expensive ones actually appear deceptively plain to the untrained eye. So how do you know if yours is worth a fortune? Keep watching. You're about to find out. Here's what you need to do next. First, grab any 1991 quarters you can find. Check jars, wallets, drawers, and even your car's cup holders. Look closely at each one. Then, inspect the coin under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass if possible. You're searching for high quality, unusual features, or clear signs of mint errors. If you find a coin that looks promising, don't clean it. Cleaning can ruin the value. Instead, get it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. And here's the key. Even if your quarter doesn't turn out to be a jackpot, the process might lead you to other rare coins in your collection. This one habit, checking your change, could completely change your life. Think about it. A single coin could wipe out your debt, fund your dream vacation, pay off your house, help you retire early, and it's all within reach right now. But the clock is ticking. The market won't stay hot forever. The rare coins are disappearing into collections, never to be seen again. So, are you ready to take control of your wealth journey? Are you ready to stop overlooking the small things that could bring massive change? If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or even a little surprising, subscribe now. I'll be sharing more hidden gems, rare coins, and insider tips on how to turn your everyday change into life-changing wealth. Because the truth is, fortune doesn't always knock loudly. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your pocket. Imagine waking up, grabbing your old change jar, and discovering a single coin that could erase your debt, buy your dream home, or let you retire early. Sounds like fiction? It's not. Somewhere in America, Someone is holding a 1992 D quarter worth up to $992,000, and they don't even know it. Could that someone be you? What if I told you that a simple 25-cent piece minted over 30 years ago could now be the key to a brand new life? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes I'm going to reveal how a small, easily overlooked coin could be your biggest financial opportunity yet. And by the end of this video, you'll not only know how to spot one, you'll know exactly why this specific quarter is so rare, what gives it its incredible value, and what you can do right now to cash in before it's too late. Let's rewind to the year 1992 to Bill Clinton was campaigning for the presidency. The average price of a new home in America was just over $120,000. And the U.S. Mint released a batch of Washington quarters that, at first glance, looked just like the rest. But they weren't. Among the standard 1992 Denver minted quarters, a few were struck with a rare early version of the proof die. These were not meant for circulation. These were supposed to be for collectors only. Yet, a handful of these proof-like quarters slipped into everyday pockets, vending machines, and change jars across the country. And over time, their value quietly skyrocketed. So, what makes the 1992 D quarter so special? One small detail: the spacing between the letters in the word America. This is called the close AM variety, a design error where the letters A and M are nearly touching instead of spaced apart. To an untrained eye, it's easy to miss. But to a collector, it's a goldmine. And right now, these quarters have sold for as much as $992,000 in top condition. That's right. A simple quarter you might toss in your cup holder could be worth more than most luxury homes. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I visited my dad's house and helped him clean out his garage. There was this dusty old coffee tin packed with coins, pennies, nickels, quarters. We almost tossed them all into a coin machine, but something stopped me. Curiosity. I went home, poured them out on the kitchen table, and started checking each coin. One quarter caught my eye. The letters looked a bit odd, closer together. Something felt off. Now, it wasn't a 1992 D quarter, unfortunately. But that moment taught me a valuable lesson. Rare coins do not announce themselves. They hide in plain sight. So here's what to look for in your 1992 quarters. First, flip it and check the back. The key is in the word America. In the close AM variety, the A and the M are almost touching. In regular quarters, there's a small space. That tiny difference makes a massive impact. Second, look at the condition. Coins that haven't been circulated much, known as mint state, are where the big money is. If yours has sharp edges, clear design, and little wear, you could be sitting on a fortune. And here's a fun fact. Some of these quarters have been found in pocket change as recently as a few years ago. Yes, people are literally buying coffee with coins that could pay off their mortgage. ACT3, the Reveal and Action Plan. Inspiration, urgency, and call to action. Now you're probably wondering, what do I do if I find one? Here's the simple 3-step plan. 1. Don't clean it. You might ruin its value. 2. Get it verified by a professional coin grading service. PCGS or NGC are the top names. 3. If it's legit, get ready. Auction houses and collectors are constantly hunting for this coin. With values soaring close to $1 million, competition is fierce. And here's the best part. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be curious. Because while others are throwing their quarters into parking meters, you'll be checking yours for gold. The real question is, how many 1992 D quarters have already slipped through your fingers? How many have been sitting in your drawer for decades, unrecognized, unvalued, and unclaimed? Don't let that happen again. You now have the knowledge. You have the tools. And maybe, just maybe, you have the coin. OUTRO, Final Hook, and CTA. Empower, tease, and inspire. The world of rare coins is full of surprises. But only for those who pay attention. If you found this video valuable, make sure you subscribe now. We share real strategies, current coin values, and hidden opportunities to help you turn forgotten change into real wealth. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. We're diving into a nickel worth over $2 million. Yes, $2 million. Thanks for watching, and remember, next time you hear a quarter hit the table, it might just be your future calling. What if I told you that a single quarter from your childhood piggy bank could be worth more than a luxury car, or even more than your entire retirement savings? Imagine holding something in your hand today that could sell for as much as $993,000. That's not a typo. One single 1993 quarter with a D mint mark could unlock the kind of wealth most people only dream about. Now pause for a second. When was the last time you actually checked your pocket change or opened that dusty old coin jar in your kitchen cabinet? Most people don't, and that's exactly why they miss out on life-changing discoveries. Stay with me, because over the next few minutes you're going to learn why this seemingly ordinary quarter has captured the attention of collectors across the nation, and how one coin could be the hidden gem that changes everything for you. Let's go back to 1993. Bill Clinton had just become president. Jurassic Park was a box office hit, and most people were paying for gas with coins like this very quarter. The 1993 D mint mark quarter was struck in Denver. It looked just like every other Washington quarter at first glance. Standard design, George Washington on the front and eagle on the back. But here's where things get fascinating. Some of these coins were minted with rare die errors, microscopic misalignments, double strikes, or even off-center stamping. That's what makes certain 1993 D quarters insanely valuable today. And if your quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, has one of those rare minting errors, collectors are willing to pay eye-watering amounts. We're talking upwards of $993,000 on today's market. Let that sink. In a coin worth 25 cents, now selling for nearly $1 million. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay that much for a coin that's barely 30 years old? The answer is rarity. In the world of numismatics, a rare error combined with top condition equals gold, or in this case, almost $1 million payday. Now, before you go tearing apart your couch cushions, let me tell you a quick story. A man in Arizona once found a 1993 quarter in a roll of change from the bank. He almost gave it to his kid for the arcade, but something about the coin looked odd. Turns out it was an off-center strike, certified and graded, sold at auction for hundreds of thousands. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of pocket change. Now, here's the part that matters to you. You may be holding onto something truly extraordinary without even knowing it: the real wealth in coin collecting isn't just about finding a rare piece, it's about recognizing opportunity before everyone else does. And right now, the demand for rare American coins is exploding. Baby boomers are liquidating collections, auction houses are competing, and prices are soaring. This creates a perfect storm for those who are ready to act fast. Imagine being able to sell one coin and use the profits to wipe out debt, fund your dream retirement, or finally take that vacation you've been putting off for decades. But time is critical, because as more of these coins are discovered and sold, their value can fluctuate and the window of maximum profit begins to close. So here's what you need to do right now: check your old coin collections. Look for the 1993 Washington quarter with a D mint mark. Examine it for errors, double strikes, misprints, or unusual details. Then get it graded professionally. You could be holding the very coin the market is desperate for. And here's the twist: the 1993 D quarter is just the tip of the iceberg. There are dozens of other coins in circulation today worth 5, 6, even 7 figures. In our next video, we'll uncover even more rare coins hiding in plain sight, ones you might have sitting in your pocket right now. So if you're serious about turning old change into real wealth, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the growing community of everyday Americans learning how to turn coins into cash, because the next $1 million coin could be just one drawer away. End screen fades. In a quiet coin drop echoes a simple quarter, a life-changing discovery. Stay curious, stay searching, and we'll imagine holding a tiny piece of metal in your hand that could be worth more than a luxury house. Now, picture unknowingly spending it on a vending machine snack. Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what's happened to hundreds of people who had no idea they were carrying a fortune in their pocket. Today, we're talking about the 1994 P mint mark Washington quarter. At first glance, it looks like your average coin. But under the right conditions, its value can soar to an eye-popping $994,000. Yes, almost $1 million for a single quarter. Still think your old change jar is junk? You're going to want to stay with me until the very end, because I'm going to show you exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to know if you've got one, and what to do next if you do. You don't want to miss this. Let's dive into the world of hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. Let's start with a little background. The 1994 P quarter was minted in Philadelphia, part of the standard Washington quarter series. Nothing revolutionary, at least on the surface. But when it comes to rare coins, it's not about what you see at a glance. It's about what you don't see. This quarter has quietly become one of the most sought-after coins by elite collectors. And here's why. Some 1994 P quarters were struck with minting errors so rare, they've turned into collector gold. We're talking about double die errors, off-center strikes, and even high-grade specimens in pristine, uncirculated condition. Combine that with low population reports from major grading services, and suddenly you have a perfect storm of scarcity and demand. And where there's demand, there's value. Just recently, one of these coins, flawless, high-grade, and air-marked, sold at auction for up to $994,000. Let that sink in. Someone made almost $1 million from a 25-cent coin. Now here's the kicker. Many of these coins are still out there, sitting in kitchen drawers, forgotten coin folders, or tucked into old piggy banks. So the question is, do you have one? And if so, how do you know? Here's a fact that might shock you. According to the U.S. Mint, over 825 million quarters were produced in 1994. How can a coin that common be worth nearly $1 million? Because less than 1% of them were struck in error or preserved in perfect condition. That means most people overlook them completely. They spend them. They toss them into tip jars. They give them away. And that's exactly where the opportunity lies for you. Let me paint a picture for you. You find a 1994 P quarter in your collection. It looks shiny. The details are sharp. You notice something strange about the design. You send it in for grading. Weeks later, you get a call. It's been verified MS68 with a rare doubling error. Suddenly, you're sitting on a small fortune. Your financial goals? Within reach. That vacation home? Possible. Early retirement? Why not? This is not fantasy. This is reality for a handful of people who were curious enough to check. So what should you do next? Step 1. Go through your old coins. Seriously, don't wait. Pull out that shoebox in the closet. Dust off that coin album from your parents. Step 2. Look specifically for the 1994 quarter with a P mint mark. Check the front of the coin, right next to Washington's ponytail. Step 3. Examine the coin's condition. If it looks flawless or unusual, it might be worth grading by professionals like PCGS or NGC. Step 4. Get it appraised and keep calm. You might be holding something worth 6 figures. And here's your cliffhanger. In our next video, we're diving into 3 other quarters that are just as valuable. Maybe even more. And most people have no idea they exist, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because the opportunity to change your life could be sitting in your coin jar right now. You've waited long enough. Now it's your turn to cash in, and if you found this video helpful, imagine what else you'll uncover. With us. Tap that subscribe button and join our community of everyday people turning pocket change into wealth. Drop a comment if you think you found one, and tell us where you're from. We'd love to hear your coin story.